out of sight. I think it's either he's got two horns, so it's a forked horn. So it's 2 years old. It's 2 years old. They've been here every night, as you may have seen. I was filming them last night, and they were here earlier. Just see how close up they are. It's just been such a treat to document their presence in my life, or an extension of my life, just right outside the window. You know, you can look so close, you can see right in his eyeball there. This is Friday, October 10th, and you are witnessing a live show on the 999 show. Live deer outside. I assure you they are quite wild. Wild deer here. And look, it's eating pears. Eating most all the pears off the ground. It's so close you can just see him chewing. I want to make sure whatever I do that I don't spook him. Don't spook the deer. Deer here, deer there, hair, fair, care. I know you all don't care about this. This is just live backyard entertainment. Nothing special about this, but just this mayhem thing. Yeah, I'm shooting it with this camera. That's what I'm doing. And you're watching me shoot it with the camera so you can see. Alright, starting to go away. Walking slowly. Oh, wait, there's another one is coming in. Oh, look, and there's a baby. Trans what? Like a Trans Am? Yeah, I've always wanted a Trans Am. Look, there's another one. Is that the same one? Is that one, two, three? That's just like, wow. It's the whole family. Nick Beach. Yep, Trans Am, that's right. Did you ever see them cars, them Trans Ams? They're kind of like they were similar to the Camaro. Oh, transgender. Oh. Well, you know what, El Frulis? I did pray before I ate tonight. I gave thanks for for the for the meat, for the tacos that I had. Thanks for the beans. Thanks for the rice. Thanks for oh, they went across on the fence. So they were eating apples. So yeah, it's always good to give thanks for food. It helps to align yourself to the universe, to know that the universe provides you with all that you need. So give thanks. So that one, the other one's under that other tree. So El Frulis, yes. It's important to do that. I don't always remember, but But you know, it's habit. It's a habit. A lot of times it's just habit to pray before you eat. I want to make sure they don't see me. That's the most important thing because we can be out here a long time and watch them as long as you don't like alert that your presence to them. It's raining now. I'm in the Oregon coast, the Oregon coastal mountains. It's raining pretty hard. Can you see that? So, what about you, El Frulis? Do you pray before you eat? They're kind of disappearing into the dark. Yeah. Well, they get a little bit of shelter from the rain by being under that tree. You know, there's 19 people looking in, but only 5 likes. So if everybody would please like the video, it doesn't cost you anything to come in and give it a like. Well, tomorrow's dinner is tacos, but that's not tomorrow's dinner. I'm just gonna let them be. Let them be because you know we all deserve to live here in peace, and granted, there are many creatures that we do use for their food, but for me, these sakes, I am leaving these guys to live in peace. Peace with the earth, with the mother that gives us life, and Father Sky that nourishes the ground. Okay, 8, 88. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 is about contemplation. It's about withdrawing from the world. It's about reflecting on your life. Reflecting on life. The number 7. And it's about the 7th day. Because on the 7th day, that was the day that God, that day of rest, the Sabbath day. Nine likes, good, good. Can I see 10 likes? It's kind of hard to see him there through the rain, but he's there amongst the rain. Your house is surrounded by screaming reindeer and it's dark. Colonizer 420, huh? All right. It is dark. Entering into the darkness of day, the darkness of your heart, the dark heart, the heart of darkness, the apocalypse now of the day. Costco pizza. Oh, Apache Eagle. I think that Costco pizza is is probably some word that you're trolling me with here. The Costco pizza is good, but I think you mean something else, and you know I don't really appreciate that you mean that. Philly Phil, welcome. Okay, 16 people looking in. Good. 17 now. 17, 11. What is it with people with their obsession with pizza? I don't get that. Other than that, Simon, welcome. It's raining hard right now. 15 lurking in, 12 likes. Yes, but there's also a male over there too. But I think the male went across the. There's a forked horn, and there were three babies, three younglings. They didn't have spots on them anymore, but there are three young ones. Oh yeah, you see the Costco boxes on the ground. I'm using the cardboard method to kill the grass. I need some more cardboard, so that's a garden spot. But my garden that I put in there this year got choked out by too much grass, and so one of the methods of preparing ground um, for planting things is to in the fall before the winter is to lay cardboard down on the ground, and then in the spring the soonest that you know before you can be sure that you're not going to get any frost, then you take and drill down through the cardboard and right into the ground. So by that time, whatever grasses and everything that were there, they may not be there anymore. They may have like disappeared into the ground, where like the bugs and the slugs and the worms eat them up. And then also laying cardboard down on the ground and is a method. It's more of like an organic farming method, and I have roughly three garden spots that. Actually, I have more, but that one I can. There he's gone now. All right. Well, that's it for the deer. The deer have left. They were here a long time, actually. They were here, and then for a good half an hour, and then you all got to see them for a good 10, 11 minutes. So it's Rain TV now. Rain TV, just watching it rain in the Oregon mountains, not too far away from the ocean. The ocean is just a few miles away. Hey, 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 it's a fat deer. Remember that show, Fat Albert? You probably don't because it was a cartoon from the 70s, from the old 1970s. There's 17 people lurking in and 14 likes. Let's get a few more likes up there. Oh, there went the outdoor lights. So let's see what we got. Elias, let's see here. Okay, well that's not any good. All right, I'll turn the camera around. And Lee, welcome. We do occasionally get rain, snow, but Lee, it's generally too warm. Where I'm too close. It's too warm where I'm at because I'm really close to the ocean, and so the climate remains. It stays above. Yeah, there are areas that get cold enough for snow, but usually it's not. It's just like it kind of stays a little bit above the freezing level. And yeah, Elias, welcome. But yeah, so yeah, no, we do get snow. Sometimes, I mean, we get snow for a couple weeks. I think in 2021, we got a hard freeze. We lost power for 2 weeks. We were without without electricity, without cell service, and without phone service, landline phone service for 2 weeks. It took 2 weeks to fix all the places where the power lines cracked and the trees and everything that damaged it. In this whole area where I live in, it's like we border around three different counties in this area here, and yeah, yeah, and it was pretty bad. And then because in 2020, in September 2020, there was a massive amounts of wildfires in this area, uh, uh, and so we were trapped indoors for 2 weeks due to poor air quality. And then there were parts of between the two fires. There were the two fires that were just a few miles away from the house here. There was parts of two towns that burnt down, and then 40, 50 miles to the east, there are parts of three or four towns that burnt to the ground in the Cascades. And so that was in 2020. And then, like I say, in February of 2021, there was this hard freeze, which resulted in a being without electricity for 2 weeks, and that was pretty bad. I had to drive to get a cell phone signal out. I had to go drive 15 miles to get a cell hit the nearest cell tower. I see 27 people looking in, and there's only 15 likes. Let's see if we can whip that up a little bit higher here. And anyways, so I live in a rural area, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful area. But so yeah, that was a time we did get some snow. I was able to maintain. I didn't lose the contents of my freezer because it was like below freezing, and so I moved all of my contents out into coolers, which I had ice chests and so forth, which I was able to keep everything refrigerated for almost that entire time. And then towards the end, I had to go into town and buy ice to do that. But I have a wood stove, actually two wood stoves, and I was able to cook, have hot meals. I just didn't have any electricity, but it was fun. It was kind of fun. I would go take a drive to a town that was 15, 20 miles ago, miles away. I would charge up my telephone and then charge up my devices on the car cigarette lighter, and then so I could listen to books on tape and stuff like that. I didn't have any cell phone service, but I was able to had a few movies stored on my tablet, so there were movies to watch. And then there was also the crank radio, and the crank radio is always fun because it has a shortwave band on it, and so you can fiddle around with the shortwave and to see if you can get some a radio station from Russia or Asia or from other parts of the world, and that's always fun. So there's always ways to entertain yourself during those times where the power goes out for a long time. And it kind of just reminds you that you really don't need the internet to entertain you. You don't need the TV to entertain you, and all of that. And how fun it is sometimes, for a short time anyway, to live by candlelight, to to cook your food on top of a wood stove. I had pot roasts, and all day pot roasts, and I had all kinds of good stuff that. But if you didn't have a wood stove, then you were left to what I mean, or a generator or something like that. You were really in a sorry state. But but when you live in the rural areas, you have to have food on hand. I have roughly 6 months of food on hand at all times. Now, most of the food that I have on hand comes in the form of rice and beans, and then canned vegetables and things like that. And so that way you at least get some you can get some semblance of a well balanced diet. But anyways, I wonder if those deer have come back. Actually, they haven't come back, but because it's still pretty dark out there. Anyways, this isn't my normal content, but I've been my normal content is a little bit different, but sometimes maybe this is my new normal. Maybe this is the new normal, is to give raw entertainment and just try to be positive and whatnot. So, anyways, I'm gonna say good night for now, and I wanted to thank everybody for coming into the chat. Thank you, Shakil. Thank you, Elias. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Sigmon. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Apache Eagle. Thank you, 420. Thank you, FBI. Thank you, Eli Foolis. Thank you, Mayhem Thing. Thank you, I'm like 6'7". Thank you, Nick Beach. And thank you, everyone else who has just looking in, and everyone else who's like hit the like button, and if you hit the subscribe button, that's fine too. That's good as well. And just thank everybody for hanging out with me for just a few minutes while I filmed the deer coming into the backyard. That whole family of them. That was just a lot of them. And this was the second time they came in this evening alone. And I suspect that they'll come back in again. J-Dog, thank you. Thank you, J-Dog. And I will be back tomorrow night with something different, maybe more deers, but I do have something different planned that I need to get done before Halloween. Halloween's coming up soon. That's like one of my favorite holidays. And anyways, thank you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.